Thank you for joining me. I wanted to take a moment to coach you through the application process for the CCP program at Cape Fear Community College. If you'll begin by going to your browser and typing in cfcc.edu/CCP and enter, that will bring you to our CFCC Career and College Promise Dual Enrollment landing page. On this page, you will see all of the options that are available to you as a dual enrolled high school student. We have the college transfer pathways, which are very popular, giving you coursework that will transfer out to a four-year university and help you complete your bachelor's degree in a more rapid pace. We have the career and technical education pathways offered through our curricular studies program. That will lead to a certificate, a diploma, or an associate of applied science in a career and technical education area. There are approximately 60 of these that we offer at Cape Fear Community College. We also have workforce and continuing education pathways offered through our economic and workforce development area of the college. These are short-term trainings that will give you industry credentials that will take you directly into the workforce. So for today, we're going to coach you through the application process. It is a two-application process at Cape Fear Community College, regardless of whether you choose college transfer, career and technical education, or workforce and continuing education pathways. Today, we will pretend that you are applying as a cosmetology student of interest into the career and technical education pathway. Again, these processes are identical no matter which pathway you choose. You would select here on the Career and Technical Education Pathway link if you were interested in cosmetology, or let's say we're interested in boat building. Let's say we're going to do an application for boat building today, actually. On that main landing page, whether you chose Career and Technical Education or college transfer, over on this side, you're going to see this orange block that says Take the Next Steps. Click Start the Application Process. Here you will see it goes over the requirements for eligibility, and it gives you three tabs to choose from, depending on which high school you attend. We have one for public and private high school students. We have a separate tab here for homeschool students. We also have a tab for students residing outside of New Hanover or Pender County who may be looking to take a course with us that they can't get in their home area. So for today, we're going to complete an application for boat building. And let's say that we are an Ashley High School student in New Hanover County. So we're going to choose the application process for public or private high school students. We're going to go, and we see here there are 3 steps listed. Step 1 is the CCP online application. When you click that CCP online application, you will see it redirects you to the College Foundation of North Carolina. Our first application that is required for admission into this program is the CFNC College Foundation of North Carolina application for the dual enrollment program. If you are a public high school student, you probably already have a CFNC account. You would just sign in here and complete the CCP application. If you do not already have a College Foundation account, you would come down here to the bottom where it says Don't have an account, create one today. Click on that Create One Today and it will walk you through the steps of setting this up. I'm not going to take you into the CFNC application because it is very straightforward. Do understand that the Social Security number that it asks you for on this application is not a required field. You do not have to list your Social Security number on this application. If you have your Social Security number and you would like to enter it, that may allow us to import your application a little more quickly, but please understand that it is not a requirement. Also, please be very careful when you're completing the College Foundation application, as it is prone to auto-populating from your home computer. We've seen many times where we've received College Foundation of North Carolina applications for the CCP program that contain a father's name, birth date, address, email address, rather than the student's or a mother's. Be sure that when you're completing this application, you're making sure that it is not auto-populating from your computer with the wrong information, and if it does, that you're correcting that so that it is truly your information as the student. Once you complete the College Foundation application, you will come back to this tab, to our landing page for the CFCC Career and College Promise program. At that point, you're going to complete steps 2 and 3. Step 2 is really just a PDF document that is going to explain to you what the DocuSign process is all about and how to go through the steps of that process. Okay? We're going to go on to step 3, which is the actual DocuSign approval form. I want to spend some time on this because if you've never used DocuSign before, it can be a little confusing. We click on step 3, complete the Career and Technical Education approval form. If you are in the college transfer block, it would say complete the college transfer approval form. You click step 3 and it's going to pull up the DocuSign Power Form Signer Information page. This is where you will list your name as the student, your personal email address, your parent's name, and your parent's email address. All of these are where we will automatically route the rest of the document for you. So for public and private high school students, all you have to enter is your name, your personal email address, your parent's name, their email address, and these have to be separate emails. And then the rest is automatically routed for you. If you are an out-of-district student or a homeschool student, you will also have to provide us with the name and email address of your high school principal or designee. But again, we're going to complete an application today as a boat building student from Ashley High School. And so we're using the public high school Power Signer page. We do not have to enter in that counseling information because it's already preset. So I would come in here, I would enter my name, my email address, I would enter my parent's name, my parent's email address, scroll down to the bottom and click Begin Signing. But before you do, ensure that there are no typos in these email addresses. When you hit Begin Signing, you will get a pop-up screen that asks you for a one-time user code that was sent to your email address that you listed on this form. So you would need to go to your email and access that code, bring it back into this document, and then it will let you proceed. What happens from time to time is that these codes and these emails from DocuSign will go to your spam folder. So you may need to go over to your spam folder and find that form if it doesn't automatically pop up in your inbox. So I'm logging in on my other screen right now to my email account where this should have gone. And I'm going to see if it is in my main inbox or if it went to spam. It actually came to my inbox today. Yesterday, it actually went to spam. So always be careful to check both of those if you don't see it. So here's the code that they sent me. Five, 4, 3, 5. and click Validate. You will see that this is letting you into the DocuSign form to complete the student portion. Click I agree and continue. You'll see this opens up the form for you to complete. So I would put my name in here. Oh, there's a mistake. Be careful that you're reading these columns. Spiron, that's my last name, not my first name. Here's where my first name goes. Okay. We're going to look to begin, let's say, this coming spring. Date of birth. Email address. High school. Again, we said we were an actually high school student. So you'll just come down to this drop-down menu, select the high school. You have to be a junior or senior to take part in this program. So you would need to put here from this drop-down whether you'd be a junior or a senior come spring of 24. We'll say junior. Expected high school graduation date. If you're currently a junior, that would be projecting out to 2025. So that would be June of 25. And we said we wanted to select boat building. So we'll go to this drop-down menu. You'll see all of those career and technical options, but we said we were going to do this for boat building. So we'll click boat building here. And then you'd come here and sign as a student. So when you click this sign little block, it will give you an option for your signature. You can create one here, adopt and sign. Then there's this whole list of things that you're reading through that you're saying that you understand to be a student in this program you have to adhere to. These are all of our policies and our procedures. So you want to read each one of these. I'm very quickly going to go through and just initial these so we can get on to the next step. But it's essential that you read each one of these in detail, because by initialing, you're saying that you understand this. And in the future, if there was ever anything that came up about a certain policy, we would refer back to this document that you signed. Okay? So you go through and initial that you've read all of this, that you understand this is tuition free, but it's not a free program. You still have to pay for your books and your fees. You have 1 year as a junior, 1 year as a senior eligibility. Here's an item about transferability. This is where you understand that we use an 8-point grading scale at Cape Fear, which may be different than your high school. FERPA, where unless you give us written permission to speak with your parents about your academic records, we cannot share that information. So you see there's lots of information here you need to go through. Our expectations about using your student email account. If you're a student athlete, the things you need to be aware of and consider. So we'll just go through and initial these. Again, I would encourage you and ask you that you really need to read these and then initial. I'm just going to go through quickly for the sake of time. So you would go through this entire document. You cannot submit it until you've read and signed each one of these or initial each one of these. You see there's quite a few that you have to do. And we're done. Okay? You would click Finish. Once you know that you have successfully completed everything, you would click Finish, and you can do that up here as well at the top of the screen. I would scroll back up to the top and just double check to make sure that you've completed everything here properly. Okay? And everything looks good. Actually, let's capitalize this J so that our application is nice and clean looking. And then we'll click Finish. Oh, see, it'll prompt us here that we need to change the date to a 4-number date. So I need to come in here and make that 1980 instead of just 80. All right, now finish. Document has been signed. You can either print this for your records, you can download a copy to save to your computer, or you can just close. You will get a completed copy of this in your email once all appropriate signers have completed their portion. So I'm just going to close for now. This gives you another print-friendly version to review, and we're just going to have to close it one more time. After you close it that second time, this is what you're looking for, that final confirmation that says you finished signing. If you don't get this, it was not successfully closed out. So make sure you're clicking the close option. After finishing, you're clicking the close option until you get this on your screen. Once you receive this, the email or the DocuSign form has gone over to your parents' account for them to complete and sign. So be sure to tell them, hey mom, hey dad, hey guardian, look in your email account. You should have received something from DocuSign for my CCP approval form. They will go through and they will sign and initial those same items that you just did so that they are understanding what the policies are for this program. As soon as your parents complete their portion, it will pop over to the high school, and your high school, in this case Ashley High School, would review the application. They will upload the required transcript so that I can verify your eligibility, so you don't need to send me a separate transcript. The high school will do that. If you are a homeschool student, however, your parent or your homeschool administrator would need to upload a copy of the transcript for us. But in this case, for Ashley High School, they're going to send it for us. So you don't have to do that. And that takes you through the process. As soon as Ashley completes it and sends it to me, I will review. And then once I give you the final approval, you will receive a confirmation of that. And then you can begin meeting with your assigned academic advisor here at Cape Fear, your CCP liaison or career coach, and they will help you make your schedule. Please allow 7 to 10 business days for processing once we receive all of these materials. And then you will receive your acceptance letter. Your acceptance letter from Cape Fear will contain your username and your student ID number, which you will need in order to log into your account, set up your student portal, and then begin the registration process. I hope this has been helpful to you. Have a great day.